Hey guys, what's going on, and welcome back to another Minecraft video. This is episode 19 of how to build a castle. Now, I know I've been slipping a little bit away from the how to build a castle, but it's more of becoming an educational kind of thing where I'm just going back and showing you what's going on. I build a lot better this kind of video style because I don't have to, again, like I said before, rush because of the camera. So I'm going to keep doing this for a while, and when I come on to things that I think that are, very important for you to actually see, I will go ahead and do that. But for the most part, building the castle, everything I've covered before in the very long-winded episodes beforehand. And so what I'm going to be doing now is just going to be doing the same thing as I did the last two episodes, and really just push forward and make it more of an update kind of thing. So this video, my idea is to go ahead and texture all of this out and make it all look, part of the castle. And then I'm going to maybe do a little bit of detailing, and I'm going to finish a couple things. I'm going to finish this whole thing and this whole building. But yeah, for this episode, I'm going to texture everything, and then I'm going to finish these two here. This is the servants' hall, and then we're going to be finishing the guest hall. And I feel like I'm getting some lag right now. I shouldn't be getting any lag, though. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I have my render distance up. Maybe if I turn it down to 14, it'll be a little better. But anyways, yeah, that's the plan for today, and basically we're going to try to get all the interiors done and get everything done as we can, and the whole outsides, and try to get all the details done, etc. So I'm really excited for this, and I think that it'll be a really good episode and be really pushing forward. But anyway, guys, look forward to seeing you guys soon, and I'm going to do like little updates throughout. For example, when I'm finished this, I'll show you through that, and I'll finish this and show you that, or actually I'll texture and then show you that. But anyway, we'll see how it turns out. See you guys soon. Hey guys, another update here, and just going to show you what I have done so far. And I have been doing a good bit of detailing and a good bit of pulling things together. And as you can see, I am done texturing. It is all textured up and it is ready to go. Now I'm going to show you some changes that I have done and explain why I had done that. So this is the Belltower. You will have noticed before it had this like little circular thing on top and the thing, and I just didn't feel like it was proper. Like it didn't work well for what I wanted to do. So I added in this bell tower here, and it works a lot better, I think. So now we can have a big old bell in here, and it'll work out pretty well, hopefully. So I'm pretty excited about that. Also, I'm going to show you what I've done down here. We're going to come in through the gates, and I'm going to give you some ideas of what's going on. So this is how I finished up the drawbridge and the portcullis and everything. Drawbridge looks a lot better. I think it really stands out. Also with the bridge here, with the high arches and everything, it looks pretty good, I think. I'm pretty happy with it right now, but things are probably going to change eventually. We'll see. So anyway, you come through the gate, and then you have these two sort of like just like iron bar gates here, just to sort of keep things I guess regulated, and so that there's even more layers of defense. And so this here is the portcullis, and as I've shown you before, the opening and closing systems on both sides. Then you come in through here. This is a kill box. This is what would trap people, and yeah, good luck getting through this, because you're gonna have people shooting you from the second tier, from up here and everything. And then you gotta get through this swinging gate here, in which case you have murder holes and all kinds of little places to shoot out from everywhere. And even up here, there's lots of places to shoot from. So there's so many ways and things that you can do that can, kill people as they're coming through. It's just, yeah. So good luck for anyone that would dare to attack this. Now this here is a swinging gate, very heavy gate. This thing would close, and to open this thing would be very difficult. So as you can see, it's a very thick swinging gate, and this is what would keep out the enemies as they are trying to, if they get past the drawbridge and everything. If they get in here, yeah, it's gonna be quite difficult. So yeah, so that's the swinging gate in here. And once you get in here, there's this design that I came up with, and it's sort of like a sun flare kind of thing. So like it looks like a sun, I guess, with the flares coming out and everything, and it looks pretty good, I think. It definitely it has the desired effect that I wanted. So this is kind of centered in the middle of this gate, and then I was going to center it there, but it was too close over here and just didn't look right. So anyways, with that in mind, this here is the basically the central courtyard of this side of the castle. Now this side is going to have its own courtyard as well, but this is the courtyard for this side, and this is where everyone would sort of marshal, and so if they get through this gate, there would be all kinds of spearmen and everything in here, not to mention archers up along these parapets and all up along here. So like this, I purposely made it like this so you can have crossbowmen all along there, all up here, all up there, and these windows up on these parapets, etc. There's just so much. There's so many defensive places. Like even here, there's different places. Here's a couple murder holes there. So this section of the castle is completely, basically sectioned off, and I'll get to that elevator soon. But anyway, you got to get through this gate in order to get up onto the next portion, and then there's going to be the gate here as well, which is going to protect this side of the castle. And this is like a little causeway, and this is the way to open this gate, open and close that gate. So another thing that I added in is this here, which is the elevator. Now the reason why I added this in is it would be nice to be able to get cargo in through this gate, because this is still a pretty large kind of gate here. Whoops, that's not supposed to be like that. This is like where they would bring the cargo in, and it'd be kind of clunky bringing it up through here and upstairs and everything. And so what I did is I decided that it would be pretty nice to add in a elevator shaft in order to get stuff from the ground level up to the top. So the way I did this is I just made these 2 logs, and they're basically really supported, and they go into the wall here. And I really changed the wall up anyway. And then the system is basically the ropes are all kind of clung together, and then they come down this way. And then this is how you would bring it up and down. You'd put like bars into here, and you'd pull. You'd have 2 people pulling it, and then that's how you would open this up. And you could also, like this would swing open so that you can get out and bring the cargo up. But anyway, I just thought it'd be a really cool idea to make an elevator here so that you can bring like furniture, food supplies, and stuff up here if needed. And so this basically grants you access to all of this upper area. Everything up here would now be accessible. You also have the stair tower here. That's how you would get up and down. But then this just makes it easy, the elevator, to be able to get down to here and to this other side of the castle. This is where this would be where a lot of places to stay and bedrooms and stuff would be over on that side. And then up here would probably be a lot of storage, and I don't know, we'll decide that when the time comes. So yeah, other than that, I'm trying to think of what else I added in that would be, I guess I added this in. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this right now, but I decided I'd add in this kind of like thatched thingamajigger that basically would cover the way up to the entrance into the guest quarters. This is where the guests would stay. Like I said, I'm not done this yet, and this is going to be sort of like I'm probably going to build a wall here, or maybe a wall along here, so like straight along this way, and then I'll keep all of this open maybe. I'm not fully, I don't know yet. I don't know how that's gonna turn out, but this will probably be a big open spot for like a dining room or something of that sort. And then down below, there's plenty of room for something, maybe a kitchen, storage and stuff like that. And then up here would be another bedroom. Up here would be 1 bedroom, and then you would go up another floor, and then this would be another bedroom up here, maybe a couple bedrooms. I can imagine this being several, but we'll see when the time comes. I'm just gonna have to section it off and figure out how the interior will work out. So I think that's about it for now, as far as quick updates of what I have done. Now I know some of you might not like how I've been doing this, but I build so much faster and so much, in my opinion, better when I'm building off camera, because I have more time to think and I have more time to change things to look a lot better. When I'm doing videos, I feel like it's really bogged down. So for something like this, I'm just going to keep doing updates like this and give you guys ideas exactly of what I'm doing. Also, another thing that I want to sort of put out to you guys is this here is another little knick-knack thing that is a interesting way to add in more depth to your towers, is by adding in these little like you know, jut out things that you can shoot arrows from, that has like an arrow slit that goes down. As you can see, it just comes out the corner and you can shoot down on the enemies that would be coming through there. And then I have another one right here on this corner here as well. And then that would be a, that's just an interesting feature that you can add into your castles or whatever. And then I also have this here where the Lord's carriage would be. I haven't finished it yet, but it is the idea of what it's going to be. So yeah, so other than that, guys, I will see you guys on the next update, and hope you're enjoying. Alright guys, so that is that, and we've definitely done quite a bit more by adding in a lot more detail, and it works a lot better, I think, and things are really starting to pan out, and I'm starting to become very happy with what we have. And so let's go over into this side and see what's going on. As you can see, the tower really turned out really well, I think, with the tall roof, the sort of detailed, and I really like how this side tower turned out. The reason why I did this is because I need a stair tower in this tower, but I did not want to take up the space on the inside, as the inside is pretty small as it is, so having a stair coming up through it wouldn't have made much sense. So I opted, however, to put stairs over here, in which case you have a lot more room in the main floor, and that goes all the way down to as far as you need, so that makes things a lot easier and a lot better. So basically, in order to do this, all you need to do is make, first of all, your tower too thick, and then just build the tower right there in the corner, and just take out the 2x2 corner blocks all the way down, and then that is where you can stick in your tower. And I think that it would hang on there pretty well, because it's pretty well supported down here, as all of this is cobble, and pretty much everything under that is all cobble, all holding it up, and then it's like we call it tethered into this other side, into the side of the tower as well. So that'd be a pretty sturdy little feature there. Also, I did this by adding in more contrast. I decided to add in brick here, and I just thought that was a good idea because it really adds in an extra bit of contrast. Obviously, this side would need still a little bit more contrast. Now, I did add in windows like this because I thought that windows were a pretty important thing, especially for something like this. This tower seems like it's a grand tower of sorts, and that the windows would, you know, maybe there'd be some kind of chapel in there, or I don't know. You can just fill in the blank and decide for yourself what could be in there. It's just anything really. No specifics. And then there's also a window down here and such. So I'm trying to keep up with telling you everything that I've done so that you don't feel like you've missed anything. Also, I decided I wanted to do this little bit of detail up here. As you can see, it's a mixture of the snow tutor with cobble walls and such. I just thought it'd be a cool idea to add in a bit of a artsy thing up here. I'm not quite sure what that would be called, but it's just a sort of roof bit that adds in some color and makes it a little more interesting than being just a flat roof. Because I didn't want to do gables like this, as you can see, like that, because we don't really have enough room up there for that. So I just decided to do that instead, and it works out pretty well, I think. Also, another thing that I really want you guys to realize is having these little hangy bits, these little bits of where the wood hangs down. As you can see, I have them kind of everywhere. I have hangy bits there. I even have the bits, you know, sticking up. You know, those hangy bits, even here, as you can see, those hangy bits add in a lot of detail, and it really brings things together. So always try to keep that in mind, but don't like overuse it. Just use it like towards the roofs and make it look like, you know, just a bit of, you know, like it's a little bit artsy, like the people that build it really want it to look really good and fancy, so that's why they did this. You know, this is a rather fancy castle, so putting in stuff like that would make sense. Also, I decided that it'd be nice to add in drain spouts. I've been working on the sewers. They're not done, obviously, but there are drain spouts, and this is where all the water would collect, and you can imagine gutters along. So like all the water from this roof and a little bit from that roof would come down to here, and then this would come down to there, and that would come down to there, and then that would drain into the drains. So try to find places where the roofs would sort of you know, all meet together. So like all the water from this section would come down to here along a gutter, and then down this, which would go into the drain down there, which still needs to be fixed and such. But you know, that's just something I want to point out, is that drain spouts are also pretty necessary for something like this, because otherwise you're going to have a lot of, like, the water is going to cause damage. And if you don't have a specified area for the water to go, it is going to find a certain area to drip off or to pour off, and then it will cause damage to, say, the paved stones down below. It will cause erosion, and it will cause issues in the future. And so all of the water would come out here. I'm making use of, like I said before, the natural landscape, and so the sewer would come out there, and the water would come down the hillside. And there's also another one here. Maybe I can make use of this one there, and then I also can make use of, of this one, which is right here. That's where another place where the water would come out, etc. So just things like that. Also, I can make use of this one down here. I haven't fully finished this area yet, obviously, so there's still a lot to be done. But yeah, so let me just make sure. I think I covered most of it. Also, I need to change these, but also what I'm doing for the fortifications is I'm making them all into that smooth stone. Reason being is, especially from the outside, you can notice, is it adds a lot more contrast, and it makes it so that the fortifications look a lot better, and I really like how that looks. So like down here, you still have these little bits of like places where you can just shoot through the air slits and such. But yeah, another thing is always try to make sure that your wall sort of fans out at the bottom like a skirt, as you can see how this wall is. And then the way I did it is I bordered it all with cobble, and so it's a mixture of basically up and down, like teeth kind of thing, and it makes this look pretty good, I think. It really brings it together and makes a nice bit of texture, and makes a good bit of, like, it makes it look like the wall is like sort of skirting up, you know, not just like this direct, like not just stairs all the way across. Like it's a mixture of up and down, and it makes it look pretty nice. But yeah, I think that is about it. Other than this flag here, which is the basically a hanging banner. I think I'm going to theme all the flags off of this. Instead of having the typical, you know, flying flag thingamajiggers, I'm going to have them hanging like this. And I think that that'll work out pretty good, hopefully. But yeah, other than that, there's this here, which is another, basically a roofed-in area for the soldiers to be under if they had to be there for a long time, so they wouldn't get rained on. And I think that's it. Also, I changed this area. I changed it from being all the thatch into this, because I thought that this would look a lot better, because having that really you know, blends in and adds more contrast. I feel like the thatch was just too much. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a lot of fun to make, and I'm looking forward to our next one, in which we'll get a lot more done. So tell me in the comments what you think, any suggestions you might have, and I'll see you on the next one. Till then, bye-bye.